the Colorado Rockies are going to have a Hall of Famer, Todd Helton. And there's a lot of questions because Todd Helton practically his whole career a Colorado Rocky. Being that he played his whole career in Colorado, do you believe he did enough playing in Colorado to be a Hall of Famer?
He was always my favorite player growing up.
Oh, really?
And I love Todd. But what people don't talk about is how hard it is to go from Coors to hit on the road as well. I don't think that gets discussed enough because you get accustomed to the ball not moving and the ball doing certain things. And, I mean, as you see with a lot of our hitters, the splits that they have, it's a huge, huge, huge difference because you roll into San Diego and the ball moves an extra 6 inches and now you're swinging and missing. And that's one of the things, like Todd's numbers are obviously outrageous. And his road numbers are actually still very good. I think he hit almost 290 on the road as well. But I think to me, without giving him credit for, going from home to away and switching through that, I think his numbers, some of the things he did both offensively and not a lot of people talk about the defensive side. I do think he was very deserving. Just as he was as dominant as he was for that stretch.
Trevor Bauer, he was accused of something and never went through the court system. He got out of it. Is there a reason why MLB teams are still throwing him to the wolves when he deserves a second chance?
Yeah, I mean, I know Trevor. I worked out at his facility quite a bit in 2021 during the lockout. So I was fortunate enough to get to know him pretty well. He's one of the sharpest baseball minds I've ever been around. I mean, the guy has such a high-level understanding of the game, of the intricacies of the technology even. I think, honestly, he was like 5 years ahead of some of the pioneers in baseball technology. He was onto some stuff. But it is a little crazy. I don't know. I mean, baseball's obviously always been kind of a fraternity, and the MLB in general is kind of a fraternity. And it is interesting to see him, like you said, I thought after the things kind of came out and everything slowed down, we'd start to see some teams biting on him, but I guess I don't even necessarily know what kind of is going on behind the scenes. Maybe he is talking to teams or if there's more information, but yeah, I agree with you. It's crazy to me.
Baseball wanted to kill Alex Rodriguez for years. Okay. He did some bad things. Okay. There's no question that he did, but he was here in New York, and the Yankees accepted all the craziness and the crazy stuff that he did. And fans didn't like him here, and they threw him under the bus. And when he wasn't hitting, they booed him. But if he was hitting and he was playing well, they were cheering for him. Trevor Bauer is still a great pitcher. Look what he did in Japan this past year. He's one of the best pitchers in Japan. So how could you not? I don't understand. And the Yankees are not going to do it because with all the different organizations and women rights organizations out here, they would be killed here. But the Mets, I could see the Mets doing it. They're not the Yankees; they're the little brother of the Yankees. So maybe I could see Cohen taking a chance with him. I would, and even Boston. Let's be honest over there. Those fans are crazy. All right. They're crazy, and they say derogatory things and do derogatory things to people. So, and I'm not saying Yankee fans are any better because they're throwing things at people too. So I'm just saying it would be better. You're right. He should go to a bigger marketplace. I stick up for Trevor Bauer because I still think he's a sensational pitcher. He knows the game. He could pitch probably into his 40s because he understands the science to it.
His mind and the way it works. And I mean, even stuff he was able to help me with just in my encounters with him. I've always had good experiences with him. And to your point, I mean, he's an artist in the game of baseball. Yeah, he has the stuff to throw upper 90s and do crazy stuff. But at the same time, to your point, when he's getting into his late 30s, 40s, he's probably going to be a guy that's able to adapt and still be successful. I can definitely see that.
There were many good years for the Yankees, and Andy Pettitte should be a Hall of Famer. The fact that he's not a Hall of Famer is pathetic. I don't want to hear about his HGH. He was trying to stay on the field, and we've had many different ex-professional baseball players that have been on this show many times and said, if baseball players want to do steroids, if they want to do HGH to stay on the field, to play 162 games, they should be allowed to do it. If they want to hurt their bodies, that's their decision. They're there to put up numbers. They're there to get the fans in the seats to come and watch the game so they can make money. Why is this such a big deal?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, we're entertainers, right? And if you want to put the best product on the field, to me, it's the biggest, strongest, fastest players that can stay healthy. I think I'm with you. I don't ever see it changing, but yeah, I totally agree. I think at the end of the day, the steroid era was probably one of the most entertaining eras of baseball. And it's going to be hard to compete with that.